Right, ladies and gentlemen, I bring warm greetings to Una
Who
from the
left it?
TV. And today, the 8th of March 2022, me and Una host and presenter, Prince Emil Kroma, they bring to Una once more a live version of happenings back home and around the globe. Today, in a very special interview and for the first time on the platform, we get a young man, we call himself Sam King, who is also making the rounds on social media. And we attention got caught up in some of the audios, the way they make people and sending audios then to we. And then we look at the audios them and say, definitely he's saying things. So let's bring him on the platform so that we'll have a conversation with him and see where he really stands, whether it's just the talk or the talk get base, he get meaning, and etc. So tonight, I want to use the opportunity for welcome Mr. Sam King. Sam King, you're live, my friend. Welcome to the program. Sam, are you hearing me? Mr.
Yeah.
King, you hearing
Good
me?
evening, fellow Sierra Leonean. Yeah,
So I hope,
I'm
yeah, thank you very much. I hope you know you live now, so you need for
here.
be on. So your internet look really, really bad. You don't begin to play up. We haven't even started the program yet. So we not even begin the program yet. The young man in internet already they play up. Sam, you dey hear me? Sam, if you dey hear me, your internet so bad and people are not beginning to sign on, and this is really bad because we talk about this before we come on, that you have to find a strong internet connection because you can't have the numbers they rise almost 50, and then people are not they kind of get you. So you go get for left the program and come back because your internet they play up, when they get you at all. Yeah. So let me just remove Sam quickly. Yeah, I think he's removed himself or his internet is gone blank. But let me just remove him completely so I can just conduct the show. Okay, let me just conduct the show. So, family, wanna bear with me. This is what we go through. Guests them can come, especially from back home, Sierra Leone, and they can have this problem of signing on. And if not signing on, the internet service is so poor. So we can ask them, make sure you go some site, you go get strong internet connections. Make sure you go to their places. Unfortunately, Sam promised me say he's done that, but it doesn't look very much that he's done that, or he gets some adjustments in the way they make. So, like I say, Fambul and I wanna be with we until we all know the constraints. Them back home. Let me see his back. Let me bring him back on, and let me see. Okay, Sam, are you there? Sam. Okay, Sam still a catch hard time. So we got for continue the program anyway. Now make we can always prepare with a backup program or the program itself with the host and see how we can conduct them. From me observation and the analysis will be one present today. The same thing will for don't present to the man himself, we guessed. Let me just make these few things clear. From the audio that we then sent to we, where we assess them, analyze them, it sounds very much like the young man belongs to the All People's Congress Party, the APC, but he belongs to an element of the party. So, and this not a secret, all man know say, but who are 15 and when they happen within the party. So, everybody get in your take or in your camp where you belong to, competing interest, if you will like. There is so much disgruntlement going on in the party, and this now can happen. Now, all political parties, some then can able for massage the problem because during the time of the problem, if you didn't have power, you're able for willpower and money and the institutions, them, the PPRC, NEC, and all of them, yeah, for massage the problem. But when you do outside of government, the problem becomes so obvious. You in opposition, everybody they challenge you because people they know say you not get power, you're not able to do much to them. You see, and the party na power can play up to their advantages. Then they so it looked like me guest tonight happened for be in one of them situations. Then they because one of the few things they will hear they say is the Alpha Khan scenario. We're not going to make judgments. We just say from the analysis. The Alpha Khan scenario, the Sam Sumana scenario, the By Mahmoud scenario. It just sent me one or two tips who have been listing just before we come on. And the By Mahmoud scenario and Payan Saneh scenario and etc. But there are a lot of things where sort of baffle me, where I be one throw at and so it will help me self for understand. And I sure say not to me one grain of misunderstand, and there must be very many of us. A lot of una go don hear this young man waiting it is say and waiting they talk about. So waiting I want for do. I want play one of the audio, just one because he get many. So that together we go listen to the audio and then probably we go run a decision and una get a mindset on the conversation if it does come back in because this is not something where we talk about at length and I ask them be very prepared. And one of the most important thing, make sure say you get a strong internet connection. That's what you need for that kind of program there. Said everything is being done, but within the next few minutes, just about 3 minutes into the program, his internet is dead and gone. But we can understand circumstances. We wish we have been strong enough for the provide, yeah, Lily Beats to the other people then we not get and the one that we get themselves they provide so that we go get for provide for them. But this is one of the audio them. I just want for let una listen. Yeah. I want for let una listen to one of the audio them because this particular program tonight, hopefully he comes back, is all about him and the audio then way on the fix. So that's what the thing is. Everybody has a right to be heard. We in this particular platform, they do anything called cancel culture. Of course, now we they decide who that we they bring. But whilst one voice knocking resonate with one section of the society, but it certainly does on the other side. You get people that we go listen to them. It's like, for example, it sound like it belongs to the APC. So if they oppose the APC, then even if you're not like them on the other side of party politics, then go embrace them because the saying does go, the enemy of me enemy is my friend. So let me listen to this young man in audio quickly, Fambulem. So I might play all, I might not play all. It's a little bit long, but here he is. Una do fellow Segalinian. Mina Comrade Sam King, the CEO and founder of the Sons and Daughters of APC from the Northern Region. Today, the 22nd February 2022. The people, I want to talk about the APC constitution. The newly adopted APC constitution within a PPRC, we then lay for lay mature so that then go gazette them to then publish them. You dey hear me, Mr. King? So, goodness me. Okay, it's still a time for adjusting camera. This is what this is what we're talking about. If they kind of a major network, if you don't prepare for them things there, and we take so much time for prepare for this so that it doesn't come out and flow out to the public. This is supposed to be in the background. Yeah, so he's disappeared and reappeared. Apparently, don't go sort out the internet because this not interview we want to do so badly. Um, so anyway, when I hear the video, the audio I've been play, this is not the very young man we want to talk to. Sam, do you hear me? Hello, Sam.
Yeah, they get you clear.
Just left your video so you did just relax anyway. The thing way they do
Yeah.
come on. Goodness me. Okay, Famulem. So we the talk about a young man way in audio day na social media, and of course they talk about many things that are very important, way very central to we political discussion around the country today. And when I say today, I not me on the platform, I mean generally in the country. So we say decide say we will get for we and come and I just play part of in audio, then we can release. As for me, I'm a little bit confused. And at the question and this, some of the questions there will be one post to Ram, and he come back, he just don't put me off again, off me track. Still the struggle on how for come on. He talk about the leadership of the All People's Congress, and he call a few names. Like one, na Mr. Honorable Alaji Abdallah Usman Timbo. We've been there on this platform quite recently. I think a few days ago had a very powerful, insightful, not with the CITE, I mean SIGHT interview with Superman Kamara, and that was such a wonderful interview. So when I can hear the young man calling him, sound like there was some respect for him, but simply because he's moved on to something else where Mr. Honorable Timbo think that he can do for helping your party. And like I say earlier on, because the party is kind of divided, it doesn't go down well with some elements of the party. So regardless of what you do, the idea is if you not belong outside the other people and belong, then it's obvious that you're there on the wrong side of history by some. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we can see it called the APC constitution into view because now that he say he want to talk about. It talk about the APC constitution when they talk about the new one being in very big trouble. And again, when I get for forgive me, I should not be the one talking about this, but now waiting me and don't talk any assessment and analysis of waiting I take from the tape where I listen to. I listen to 1.5 tape of his, and it's got many. And these are the things that he talks about, that he talked about. APC constitution, how there's big trouble within the party constitution, and people are not tend for see the gray area then within the party constitution, and it they bring big kuskas, and the thing where people are not kind of see waiting there between the gray areas now because the current executive don't massage the constitution and favor around to their own basis. This now only APC people and get for kind of explain this because if the constitution not kind of suit you needs, because everybody now tend for look like they then get certain needs. If it not suit you needs, then what can happen is you tend off for lack the particular item, and then it might not be you as the person, it might be somebody where you dey support, and if you not go down well for that person, then obviously you take offense to that. And we don't see a lot of this way don't happen. So the young man talk about a disenfranchised group then we did within the party, which is very true. But you get for look at cause and effect, doing root analysis for understand why. It talk about, like people and they wanna they put the interest of the party first, how they don't neutralize or seize the rights of others. That's interesting, which you can come back so we'll ask and then question and they talk about by Mahmoud, where I believe in the youth leader or not been the youth leader. And it said by Mahmoud, Imagine waiting say, and this is another South I get a little bit confused. It said by Mahmoud, they do something where they in favor of EBK. EBK are the former president of the republic, but then it go against the other executive them, like Yan Sane and others. And this is the way I understood it. But if this is so, how possible it is, because the people away call, then seem for be the current executive under fire now from the others. Empire Sane and Minkailu, they are all working in tandem for the party. So if you say so, why else did they say so? So that's really kind of confusing to me about by Mahmoud they work against EBK. And it also say it get issues of one thing we say is like it get issue then with Chernobyl, Cherry Coco. So here in Cherry Coco, it look like he gets some serious problems with because again, because of the division of the party, Uda this they support, Uda than they support, is very key to and critical to So if una can understand that. I want to play a little bit more of the Young Money audio since day. Let we do am justice and make we listen to what he say. Then we all can analyze and assess. I wish him in there. These are the things that I took from the video. Okay, these are the things that I took from there or the audio then we is sent. So make I just play them. Make I just play the other part quickly, and then we see whether we can go before.
They don't put 5 diaspora continents. We in the nutshell, then we get each diaspora, each continent like Asian, America, Europe, African. Then
So just another quick one again. It talked about putting 5 diasporans na the continent, assuming that it thinks that there are 5 continents in the world, or maybe it knows say that there are 7, but 2 of them are not relevant. I don't know. Again, these are questions that we would have loved to ask him. Let's listen some more.
At least they forget coordinator per each continent. Then coordinators there. Then we'll get the national diaspora coordinator. We then will report, or then will report directly to the National Secretary General of the APC. Then send them the party in popularity, image will cascade to the least diaspora and continent. But how then they go say the party they go say we only get 1 diaspora continent? If the diaspora they get meeting, how the one way in Gambia, the one way in Banjul, the one way in Guinea-Bissau, they go if not Asia then they go to the diaspora meeting. How we will go on Asian continent? How we will go there? Forget visa first now. Forget tickets for flight go and now. If America then get diaspora meeting, how the one way in Africa or the one way in Asia, the flight can American continent for can diaspora meeting? party before. And political party for like get life, now money. And most of the people are willing to put money in this party, and now the diaspora wing. And political. So why the party not they think logically? And most of the people are willing to put money in this party, and now the diaspora wing. Try for so why the party think logically? Because chair and order, them bobo they are, them by Mamu they are. And this other bobo we then try for Dotiso. We then be give for they after somebody when they write this constitution, we then do some correction. Simbo. Now they don't bring them in for can't Dotiam because they say no worry, we make you national deputy secretary general. Because of that ambition, they now don't lost in focus. They don't lost in focus. When some of them man they with the things the way they grab up so in the future. When them party are they fade out, now we'll take this country. Either he be president, he be vice president. But why you want for dirty your career? We people and not set the bar for you. They don't set a clean slate for you. You people and don't be chief justice in this country. They don't hold the Attorney General's office. They don't set the bar in terms of legal means. You want for camping Bungosoro trouble because of them. You understand the foolish say you will be deputy secretary general. But Mahmoud the foolish say you be deputy secretary general, national secretary general. You don't lose the focus, Timbo. Shame on you. Shame on you for destroying your papa and legacy. For destroying forefathers, the people and legacy in the legal system in this country. The diaspora wing, then forget each continent. They forget diaspora executive. So that the coordination will be up and running. Each continent forget the executive. By doing so, the party in momentum, in tempo will flourish and will flow in the diaspora communities. Then I want to call on the party national chairman and leader, Anes by Kroma. Think about that. Let me forget about promoting an individual as against the party in interest. Lord, put the APC interest first. Lord, we left for things so myopic, so little. Say, if we make each continent get coordinator, at the end of the day, the delegates and sometimes they know they can't vote for me, candidates who get interest over. We they kill the party slowly. We know that day, but because we want for promote one report in an agenda, now we decide for kill other diaspora strong supporters them at against other people away na selfish interest to the highest degree.
So make I just pause on there a little bit, Fambulem, because the first part we are not able to forget the first part, but obviously the second part we are not able to forget the second part. So like I've been saying, there's a lot said there. There are many names called very big names. Cherno Maju, Cherry Coco, and by Mahmoud, including the ex-president Anes by Koroma and the current Secretary General of the party, Alaji Yansane. They call all them people in their name, and for good reasons. They talk about that Naimeka say sound very much like an APC person and something, the border ram, but the analysis now will be one for analyze again along with the man. We give you the analysis where we just listen to. So they talk about a region. They talk about the continent where the diaspora it seem like now only how many continents and then get the diaspora, and if you're not getting all, where it just focus. In fact, it's saying a one grade 9 day. Now 1 grade day with day. What if something happened like the one and a conference, a convention? How do they manage it? But one thing we feel, it makes some good points there. But if you're not able to understand, say the world is gone virtual now, that we not really need for be physically there or here, but we can do a virtual thing and conduct ourselves virtually, then you're missing the point. Then you need for reorganize and modernize yourself. Okay. So he said a lot, and I really want for Leon. I say I not really want for talk for him because this program was his program for can identify anything and the way he talk about. So let's see quickly whether we can get him back online. In audio, not him physically. So when I go Yeri waiting the young man they say. In fact, I want to start on this time because the beginning part will not be Yeri.
Una do fellow Sigalinian. Mina Comrade Sam King, the CEO and founder of the Sons and Daughters of APC from the Northern region. Today,
that'll be something else we're interested in part for find out. Waiting constitute the sons and daughters of the APC, if not of the division, will continue. So in other words, it sounds like there's another segment of the party where it belonged to, where it's in the founder of XYZ. Very interesting. Take a listen.
22nd February 2022. The people, I want to talk about the APC constitution. The newly adopted APC constitution within a PPRC, we then lay for lay mature so that then go gazette them to then publish them in the next 12 days or more. Me people this now big time bomb down in the APC constitution and a big trouble don't anger. We go derail and delay this party back. But people not see the gray areas them where the danger where this current executive don't set against we the party picking that we want for let this party win 2023. The ramification we anger, the explosive and the time bomb we anger. Now this particular APC new draft constitution. The people that we they don't disenfranchise, we they don't seize their rights. We done the legally, we go end up forget a legal redress again in the forthcoming. The people let me try for do what is right. Let me try for put the party interest first. Let me left for play this selfish game, this infighting of young people. Now the party, we then disturb them part there. And the party back don't succumb to the young man there. The most dangerous young man at APC as of now, as I'm speaking. Now by Mahmoud. By Mahmoud, even they in a cold war with Anes Kroma, but he free for come open. By Mahmoud, they recruit the young man there now for fight a revolution against Anes Kroma because of he's saying power for the organizing secretary. We legally force you not qualify because they don't indict and they don't incriminate and ACC you don't pay. So automatically not qualify. But you don't know that it is put in interest at against the party in interest. These are selfish to the highest degree. You don't indoctrinate this other bubble we mean get so much respect for.
So make I just pause on there for 1 minute. Let me look at the things the way he kind of say. Very, very interesting. But these are accusations that he levied against these people. And if I've been fine again, if you've been there for justify then allegations, then they. I see still the try, but we'll not get much time. We'll get about 30 more minutes on the program. But 30 minutes of talking is quite a lot of talking. Let me see if we're able for Bianca. Let's see if you don't adjust himself proper. I know I'm Bianca why they pan fix. Okay. I'm Bianca why they pan fix. So if you can left you hear me, if you can left your video right there, that's fine. You hear me?
Yeah, they hear you now. They hear you clear.
So can you leave your video there and pay attention
Ah, yeah,
here?
they hear you. They get you clear, sir.
But you know they pay attention to the screen, which means that your attention elsewhere is still a try for adjust you gadgets or something. That's what I mean. Or if not so you want to take the end of the program, it will not get really much. So just a quick one because there's so much time spent. When you say you're not the founders of the sons and daughters of APC,
now,
fellow, you get for steady you can't be doing this. No, listen,
Mr. I pay attention now.
Mr. King. It's not about only you paying attention. What you do with your video, not professional. The video should have been fixed because the whole world they watch you and thousands of people get for watch you again. So if I don't fix, but you still they make an up down this and that. If you don't adjust it, I can remove you. When you don't adjust and down, I can bring you come back. Is that okay? Are you okay in that position there, or you still the whole arm? Oh God. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. King still they have a problem with the video. We don't get much time, but we'll go bring and come once you don't adjust and done. I don't remove them. They see and what they do. Again, it break me thoughts in the analysis what I've been give, but this now in own audio, now in the best person for can analyze them for we. And I wish we'll be able to get them. Even if we can get them for the rest of the 20 minutes or 25 minutes we left on the show, we go really still appreciate that.
Yeah.
Are you okay now, sir? Are you okay now? So when you say you're not the founders and the sons and the daughters of the APC, what did that exactly mean? Who are the sons and daughters of the APC? Is this some segment? Look at that.
These are sons and daughters of the APC. Now the party picking them.
Yeah, you carry on. We need to see your video because
Oh
you
my
still get party
gosh.
get out. We hear your voice. So just continue talking.
I don't set my video now. I don't set my video already.
Yeah,
I don't
just
set them
continue
down.
talking, my friend. I ask you a question. You just forget about your video. I ask you a question about the party sons and daughters, and you begin explaining, but I'm not sure whether at the end there. Now APC picking them and what have you. You get
The
more
sons
for
and
a day
daughters
or
of
that's it.
APC. Yeah, the sons and daughters of APC, as I am the CEO for the sons and daughters of APC. These are the party picking them. People them way na party picking them. We mama APC, papa APC. Then born you inside APC, then many inside APC, then raise you up inside APC, and if for die inside APC. So sons and daughters of APC, these are the bona fide holders of the party. With some of them, then forefathers them, now founding members them, now holders of this party we they call the APC. And me now one of
Okay.
the picking them, we me uncle, me mama, me papa. Of course, everybody be know Sheikh Steven security we na Osidabo. We serve Sheikh Steven almost the entire lifetime. So me now one of the sons and daughters, me now one of the party picking of this noble institution who they call the APC.
Okay. Many thanks for that. I'll just try for make catch up with time because there's so much time spent on this. Obviously, you know, possibly we don't release couple of audios them
I dey get
social. Yeah, no say they get me. You know, possibly we don't release many audios them on social media, and then audios then kind of critical. Whilst some people they not appreciate that, there are others certainly
yeah, I
we
dey get you.
appreciate. Yes, can you listen to the question? Thank you very much. I know say you get me. Whilst you other people do not appreciate the audio the way they release, or certainly there are people the way appreciate them video than the way you they release. But there are people who are really upset with them video than they because they think say these are critical
Yeah, I dey
times.
get you.
Yeah, go on, Mr. King. Mr. King. Wow, what's an Mr. King? You dey hear me? Mr. King, you dey hear me?
First and foremost, when you dey trend for sanitize the political party, when you dey trend, I dey get you. When you dey trend, yeah, I dey get you. I dey get you clear, loud and clear. I dey get you loud and clear. I dey get you loud and clear.
Yeah, you just carry
Yes,
on.
sir. I dey get you loud and clear.
You just carry on. Carry on.
Me dey get you now. Yeah, it's okay. When you dey try for rebrand a political party, okay. When you dey try for rebrand a political party, when you dey try for sanitize a political party, the whole status quo dey fight back. People have been believing.
Okay. So there we go. The young man gets some serious internet problems. It's really unfortunate. So I think say we could just gloss over because roughly we get about 17 more minutes left. But can I use the opportunity for apologize to Fambulem about this is absolutely unprofessional, it's absolutely uncalled for, but it's all related to technical issues and lack of preparation. So let we take a quick break, and we only break, we only add, and when we come back, we go continue from right here.
Wow, I like the setup and decor. Quite impressive.
You've not seen anything yet. Wait until you taste the food.
I can't wait.
sense. Money make him
Look at that.
I am sharper than knife, I am sharper than nail. Them are small like ant, I am bigger than whale. My Baba God don't lift you up. Nobody will make you drop. Nobody will
in Brixton, we do more of African food and seafood as well. In Peckham, we do more of African food.
Party, a reception or function of any type, this is the place to do. Just do your booking on time and we can book catering for you.
All right, Fambulem, welcome again to the second and final part of this production. And use the opportunity once more for saying my apologies to Una for a very poor production, mainly on the part of my guest, we seem for they have some serious technical issues. But I play in audio and I could continue playing now, but let me just as analyze the audio now that I know say we're not going to get anything coherent from him due to the technical problem then. So he apparently seemed for be an All People's Congress person. We na in, according to him again, na the founder of the Sons and Daughters of the All People's Congress. And una yerian because he go on for say Uda na the people that we make up the Sons and Daughters of APC. We, according to Ambak, na the diehards, where they can say party picking, na them. But it's wonderful because a question we for Binon go to Ram is whether there is another group of them people there, because the people that we described, they do exist, but he's saying that he's a founder as if he took them all on the other side. An interesting question will have been, do you have a similar sort of people on the other side? We not just agree with what you they go before with. There were questions about the former Vice President Sam Sumana. There were questions about how you call him, Honorable Alaji Alpha Khan in defection to the All People's Congress, because he mentioned all them people and the analysis we give of them people and they will be equally one for challenge them and see how exactly where he stands. Because if you belong to an entity and you the yearn for change, which is absolutely necessary, but if you they make your analysis of your party or your side where you belong to, you need to put forward issues them way sort of they put a crack on the activity of the people them way you certainly belong to, but there's a split. And you also get for be strategic in terms of your timing. You get for be critical about your timing. But it seemed like even at the 11th hour, with a position statement coming from people like Mr. Sam King about the political party which he allegedly belonged to, and sort of they create more tension within the party than trying for extend an olive branch of peace. And this Nami analysis could be very well wrong. He could have been here and explain it better, but unfortunately he is not. I'll give him one more chance. He's back. We'll see what he says. Sam, you hear me? You hear me? Okay, I think say again a delay in video is back, but I think say there's a delay in audio, and in fact he's frozen. He is frozen. Remove him, put him back, and see what happens. He's definitely frozen.
I hear you clear, loud and clear.
Sam, you hear me? Okay, let me just go quickly.
I hear you.
Waiting are you issued by Mahmoud? That's okay. Waiting are you issued by Mahmoud?
Clear.
You're frozen again, my friend.
I hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, but Sam, if you hear me loud and clear, you hear me question. What is the problem between you and by Mahmoud? Waiting now you take on by Mahmoud, because one of you audio by Mahmoud, they right now the center and you connect them to Chernobyl and Timbo and what have you. Explain to the public, dear, please. Wow. This is the most difficult interview I ever have to conduct, honestly. Sam, we talked about this, that you have to be prepared. Now we need to tell the public, let the public know. One day ago, including today, 9 hours ago. It's like, Sam, make sure say you get a very strong internet connection, because we hold some serious interviews then here, and we get serious people who want you waiting people in the say, and people that will appear on the channel are very serious people them. We get word for tell salon people them. But you've come with bring your own
Personally, I not get issue with them. I just get issue with them with regards to the party.
Okay. Sam, I'm going to kick you off the platform now. It's not working, and this is an absolute disgrace. So, thank you very much. I know say you get a long delay in your audio, but please don't try to come again, because I know I'm not going to be accepting it. It's only 10 minutes left. We talked about all of this. You didn't seem to follow, and here we are having a hard time because your internet connection is actually poor, my friend. Or maybe I can give you one last advice. Stop trying to join with video, just join with audio. If you're hearing me when I remove you, if you ever try to come again, don't come with video, because if you come with video, I am not going to accept it. If you come with audio only, that might help, because the audio eats up a lot of your data. Many thanks for trying. So, family, as soon as I can see, this is not the most difficult interview ever that I get for conduct. Try for because I don't want to do the assessment on my own. And he talk about PRC. He talk about Chegno Bar, talk about Timbo, and it sound like say Timbo na person we been sabi or sabi in Dadi, and na people that we been get credibility. I think say na so Timbo in Dadi bring can up. So a lot of people then get respect for the young Timbo, honorable Timbo, the one that them in pull na parliament. Get a lot of respect for in Dadi. But now that the man don't take sides, we in find say the side where the man take is antithetical to your side, suddenly the man has now become an enemy. So what you be want to know is why. Will be one prime the mind of this guy for understand why. Because it's the same thing. Mr. Timbo will not be happy with him, because Mr. Timbo, Honorable Timbo, will expect him to be on his side, especially where he gets so much credibility for Indadi, and that be making sure respect to Honorable Timbo. But just because you know, like the other outside Timbo Day, and they're all in at the same side, that has now become a problem. If you see what they talk about. So we want to understand the mindset on why it be so. Why it be so. Let me see if now audio it can with Bala we see ba. No, it's still a traffic can with video. No, we need for left and that. We get 8 more minutes for that round up this program. And once more, my apologies. Is such a poor production, and we've been so prepared for them because all the questions we are tailored, and now the analysis now they try for Gisu. There's another video where it talk about the role of Sam Sumana within the party. Unagoya, they talk about party structure. They talk about there are places though where he expressed concern about the gray areas, about the constitution of the APC, where probably in 12 days or so, or far less than 12 days, it will be adopted, gazetted, and a constitutional date will be declared. Unfortunately, we not able for get and for can explain to we exactly what this is all about. Such a shame. But it talk about very big trouble, very, very big trouble for all of this exercise. How no gray area no day. Waiting at the gray area again, we wish we'll be able to get them for like I explain to we again. Waiting that certainly mean. Unfortunately, we're not able to forget them. So Fambulem, as a honor to Ram, because of course he made many very attempts for rejoin the program and for getting voice heard. We go play in audio up to a point Usai we go left farm.
Executive there. Pass even some consensus.
We go play a little bit of in video, in audio rather. Yeah, we left on day.
And then focus mind for let them push this party I go before. And political party for let get life now money. And most of the people that they put money in this party and the diaspora wing. So why the party not they think logically and try for fix them thing there? Because Cherno and other them bobo they are, them by Mamu they are. And they this other bobo we they try for Dotiso. When them be give for they as the somebody when they write this constitution, when they do some correction. Timbo. Now they don't bring them in for conduct him because they say, no worry, we make you national deputy secretary general. Because of that ambition, they now don't lost in focus. They don't lost in focus. When some of them man and they with the things the way we they grab up so in the future. When them party they feed out, now we'll take this country. Either you be president, you be vice president. But why you want for dirty your career? We people are not set the bar for you, they not set a clean slate for you. You people are not be Chief Justice in this country. They don't hold the Attorney General's office. They don't set the bar in terms of legal means. You want for camping trouble because of them. Yansane the foolish you will be deputy secretary general. By Mahmoud the foolish you be deputy secretary general, national secretary general. You don't lose your focus, Timbo. Shame on you. Shame on you for destroy your papa in legacy. For destroy your forefathers, the people in legacy in the legal system in this country. The diaspora wing, they forget each continent. They forget diaspora executive so that the coordination will be up and running. Each continent forget the executive. By doing so, the party in momentum, in tempo will flourish and will flow in the diaspora communities. Them. I want to call on the party national chairman and leader, Anes by Kroma. Think about that. Let me forget about promoting an individual as against the party in interest. Lord, put the APC interest first. Lord, we left for things so myopic, so little. Say, if we make each continent get coordinator, at the end of the day, the delegates and sometimes they know they can't vote for me, candidates who I get interest over. We they kill the party slowly. We know that day, but because we want to promote one report in an agenda, now we decide for kill other diaspora strong supporters them at against other people away na selfish interest to the highest degree. Now coming to the constituency them, when I look the trouble them, where the party one put, we come to the APC convention, we immediately from the 1 to the 3. We vote in for let the constituency members them, we na card holder them, now the constituency, now then they vote in for the constituency executive. The ward back, the card holder then are the ward, different ward. Now then they voting for the ward executive. So if now the party, APC, then go change, Yansane then go change and they say, now only the ward executive, now then they voting only for the constituency executive. When me
Okay. So I think we lost him. We lost him there, did we? Okay, now I need to try for call. No, my friend. We're playing your audio. We're doing you a favor here, playing your audio.
other people in the back with their card holder, and they pay and use them, then they upgrade and use them. Some card holder, then they pay and use them, pass even the ward executive then. Pass even some conference executive then. Now when they disenfranchise their rights, when they deprive their rights, when they get rights for votes for their own constituency executive and ward executive, when they represent in the ward and constituency. Now when I say all members that the constituency, we na card holder, they we na paid up member then, enough for votes for constituency executive. We not disenfranchise, we not disenfranchise them, right? We not time bomb and explosive against the party back for all we back. We not deprive and all the party to ransom. We not the executive, but we not the life in Africa Peter Conte. God go judge you now. If we not wait to do na good thing, let we not reap the benefits. Not to good thing. God will continue for expose you now, like how PPRC the disgrace you now. Now one for no PPRC and the APC current executive who that the only party in back based on my analysis. This you don't sacrosanctly speak say now the APC current executives, some of them, not all, now then they hold the party in back. Especially this Yansane factor. This Yansane by Mahmoud. And this Bobo within the time for Dotisu Timbo. Now then Yansane by Mahmoud and this other Bobo, now then they hold the party to ransom. And which is bad. Timbo Yansane, it didn't engrave now, it didn't the way, now the pathway for die. You don't pass 8 years. Why the allow Yansane for can begin indoctrinate you? Where you get a long way for go. You not potential na this country. You not reserve. We didn't have the reserve box. We they come up. We don't get vast knowledge over the party. From 2002, some of we don't get card now this party. Now we not the feature leaders them for this party. If we they allow them part of the doctrine, at the end of the day, wait till the future go hold for this party. Waiting the future will tell how the party will sustain in life. When we they see the truth, but we they turn them to wrong. We they see the vision, we they see the clear picture, we they buy, we they dirty that feature they, because of protecting this them part their interest. It's against the party in future interest. It's against we own personal interest for them. We all this party to the highest esteem. When I love we learn APC, when I love we think out of the box. Me, I not can talk so. Me, I know they talk big fool. I know they talk rant me more big fool. We talk something that see where they protect and push the party in growth and furtherance at all level. I know they just talk, can I talk to no. I they talk constructively, things the way they push the party agenda, things the way they pick the party in popularity and growth continue for go before. So dear, when I know we think about that. Not we forget about two personal interests. If we do that, anybody in a card holder, now each constituency get right for take the party in a court back, including me with Sidonaya. Because if you join a social club or if you join an organization, for example, you the executive member, they pay you dues. So until you as an executive member, they pay me dues as an ordinary member in that particular club or that particular organization, they pass you. Why did they deprive me right for vote for me? People that they represent me as an executive member from ward and constituency. Why they deprive me? When me they pay me dues them, I get me a card holder na that particular organization day. Why I join that organization day? Now for let I participate in the administrative affairs of that organization. For let I contribute in the smooth running of that particular organization. If you they say me they pay me money, now the party, at the end of the day, I not get right for vote for me, constituency executive and me ward executive. Automatically, you don't deprive me right. You don't disenfranchise me right by excluding me for let I not partake in any electionary process or any constituency or convention or delegate conference, which is wrong. And then another time bomb. Then part they do that logically. If any flag bearer emerge, we not to their own interest, and we use one executive, one constituency member, when a card holder, when they pay in dues for take the party in a court, for always the party to ransom back. So these are the technical areas. The card they push and not get hope for winning the flag bearer. Then they also set a time bomb and explosive. Any flag bearer we emerge, we know in their own good books, and they take the party in a court back. Then in the 2023 they pass will not get candidates. These are the strategy we answer by Mahmoud and Timbude they don't indoctrinate.
Okay, Famulem, I think that was just about enough. And certainly there are time constraints. We don't run out of time. So, but we do the young man great justice by playing in audio on a massive platform where thousands, tens of thousands of people get for listening. It's not obviously now, but we know waiting for happen eventually as the video begin for take root. So that's what we mean by tens of thousands of people get for watch and listen to them. It's so unfortunate that not come really prepared as he should have. But all due respect to him, at least he made a couple of attempts, and we can understand the constraints. These things cost money for buy data, and it's not easy. Now you live in times when you have to make a choice between buying food or buying a pint of beer. In times of plenty, you mean you can get both, or you can afford for cut both in half. But when it comes to a point where you get to make a choice between waiting for buy, whether or not food or whether or not you pass time a beer, whether or not for go watch game or save that money day for buy per mine or plazas, So I understand. Much salute to the brother. It was a frustrating encounter for me. Of course, heart not to bone, and we make so much preparation since yesterday. And sure. But we've come to that end anyway. But here's the thing, Famulem. We no say now they listen to what's the part where we all listen to together. He's strongly All People's Congress APC, and for what he talk. He certainly wants the good for empathy. But it not mean say you want good for something, what you they say and how you they say them, now the right things. Because passionately on the inside, this is what it's called for. And politicians, them in this case, when they talk about politics, they can manipulate, maneuver people, them, and this is exactly what's in the happen. I'm not able to access all of this today. Maybe I will do them on another time, but I'll just say these few things and close the program. So one of the arguments why the Yeribo Alpha Khan is Alpha Khan upset. They're not Giam waiting, it be expect as if not be some kind of entitlement. And remember, this is a party of thousands and thousands of people. Of course, not to all get for big flag bearer, but the last time we checked when they went to elections and lost the elections, there were 28 of them. I repeat, 28 of them. What it make you feel say you get special entitlement, say now you then for make the flag bearer. Why make you think so? This is the selfishness we need for observing people and begin for know them. And I make what they say on the then and now with the provided information there. So choices that people make will be based on information. You're not just to go make a choice. No, you don't even get choice. Politicians come and people like Alpha Khan know how to talk, know how to read Arabic, know how to read how you call it Catholicism, know how to read all in creed and they very good in parable, very good in local parlance and what have you, very charismatic. If you're not informed, he obviously will take you on side. But on the basis of principle, that's why you have to be inclined. That's why you have to think. That's why you have to listen to information. We see on our TV the other day saying with so much confidence, this president is going to win. This is the man we act like Jeliba for Anesco Oma. And this is, I can understand politics little bit, because you get people that when a great politician, them, they understand them. But I like politicians, them we get a little bit of principle. And they expect 100% principle, and they expect some principle. The some principle what they expect, you need to be strategic and think about your time. We see some people and they capitulate even though their time don't finish. They don't ever damn well care for the how you call it, the legacy. Not us. We don't care about the legacy. We only care about the now. Where you don't thief and you want to protect them and another government come and threaten you theft, then you go join them. But in the process of that particular motion, they back and forth, pro quid pro. In that process, you know, see how unprincipled the other side is. We come and tell you, say, you know what, on behalf of the people, them, only one them we thief the people them money, would they hold them responsible. When people let me say earlier on it was a witch hunt, well, it been hard for swallow that. But does it make sense now? Does the word witch hunt begin to resonate with some people them? Because if you take on certain people them and bring them on, what in they try for doing for feed with rubbish. So somebody thief money, then they tell we now say, oh, the person may not pay. So if the person may not pay, now be the only consequence down there, we understand them may they criminalize some people because you need for take them off the system. So politically, if you get criminal record, you cannot run for public office. But apparently this is not the case. So the entire system is compromised, Fambulem. It's compromised that the current crop of leaders, they are not damn well serious. This is not about me and you. This is about them. It's simple. It's about them. And it's obvious that you get the minion the way they follow them. Some of them are always the same. They understand the system, but that's very few of them. And the others are just following. It's like when they lead you now to the slaughterhouse. Because they don't brainwash you, you just kind of they follow. This is the situation with some. Some they enjoy the crumbs, not to the real pie or the real bread. The hot bread, you don't put your how you call them, your blue band margarine inside, or if you can afford more, you get you anchor butter or some olive butter where they say get less cholesterol. You don't put it inside the bread, but the bread is so fresh that lily crumbs they drop. That crumbs the way they drop. You know they eat the bread, but they enjoy the crumbs. Now you they go and back the people to the slaughterhouse, and this not the analogy. The man and they all thief, so thief man them, so thief man them. I repeat, they're all the whole damn lot, so thief man them. One set of thief man then go, another set of thief man then come. The set of thief man then we come, then design a strategy, all because they want fool we. All because they want fool we for say, well, then come for do better than the other. Remember, not long ago you were promised a new direction. You tell me, 4 years on, where are we? Famulem, 4 years on, usai we dey, a new direction. So waiting and they try for do is so typical of the book. Those of you that read the book Animal Farm, This episode we will talk about is so atypical of the animal farm. You get the workman them, the slave labor them, then they work where they go to the cow then and go get milk. Then they drink the milk because they not reach that level they. Where they go to farm, then go get the fresh potato leaf and fresh cassava leaf or the cow way in ribs near the show. We full up, we get beef. When I then go take care of farm, go and graze the cow, make sure the cow eat fresh grass. But down there all now for few people and at the top. But yet there were rules that were given to these people. Say, even though we're not equal, but we are not equally equal. I mean, typical animal farm. So then get the blackboard, huge one. When I like a modern screen TV now. Also then put all them lot in there. And then you get the clever one where they between the plebeian them and then the ruling class. When I've been squealer, I believe. I hope I get that right. This is like 2030 or some more years ago. In the gap, first thing in the morning, the use of language, the criticality of language, you them in the show, we hadn't called the book compound something. It don't slip my mind. Like I say, we're all getting old now. Many things are going away. Then teach you the criticality of language, the usage of language, how they apply words, verbs, adjectives, where, how, job conjunctions. How do you do that? That's what Squilla was doing because the recalibration of the language and no need for being massive. It really no need for being massive. It probably just take one word, a conjunction, a preposition, just one, put them in between a sentence. So you move but and you turn onto and, or the other way around. Just imagine that. Then two things, then they will give you the example from but to and or vis-a-vis and to but. It gives the sentence structure or meaning in the end a completely different thing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are witnessing now, and it's like we are the fools, and not all of us are fools because certainly you can fool some people some of the time. You can fool all of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all the people all of the time. This is what it is, but sometimes it can act for like a cage because even people that they are fooling, some are really going along with it and believe it because along the way you they throw crumbs where people and they pick up and you they give them propaganda talk them where people and they buy into. But normally, 5 years of your administration, you for be able for show something to the people. That's why when election they come, you get for go back and go tell the people them a message. You get for go give the people a message. What thing we see now is they're strenuously preparing for can give you like message. We see the the deputy minister of internal affairs the other day on 98.1, cut seat to 98.1, because then girl where did he? Where then they on them T's and C's, where they don't cross them T's and C's and they don't dot their I's. You cannot go there and get out free. Now only full man they not can catch up because now this is true journalism when they're ready for practice and they do with the questions then when they ask. They don't need for be direct like we because we get so much independence, but then play with the rules and then they don't they. But you can see waiting and they ask, but Mr. Minister, but can't tell me now. I mean, you been say so. I mean, I saw you been say the other day and this and that. Then the full man go sit on there and they explain as if all man fool that you come with a 21-point agenda. Of course, you keep the compressor. 21-point agenda, it turned to 12-point agenda, and now it turned to 4-point agenda. And the 4-point agenda for tell we because una don't compress to 4. Una forget say come up from 21. Now una compress to 4. And then una get the audacity for tell the salon people and say, we have achieved all our manifesto objectives. Hey, bo, family, see what they tell una the animal farm scenario. This is exactly what we see. But salon people are not fool. They're not fool. They might be dormant because, of course, you get for grab every day for go look for your daily bread. For your daily bread. You know, feel say something then at the heart where they pain them. And then you want to tell them about free education. Accepting that the free education is okay, which we know say get a teething problem, but let's accept say it's a good one, and it help supplement other things the way parents them they do. But what about inflation running as we understand at 13%, double digit, and at one time they don't tell we say they don't bring inflation can down. What thing they happen? What's going on? Up till now, you cannot get a grip of the leons. So waiting and not begin to tell we back. recently they're not beginning to tell we say, well, now world affairs. First not to be world affairs, oh. And remember, say previous government been getting your world affair will be happen, but no, you didn't give heed to that. You bastardized them, you damned them by the day and the hour. This is not possible for our people. Our people deserve better. And then the mantle was given to you on the basis of a new direction, but we've seen the worst direction ever. The worst direction. And the time to election is so near that we think waiting the current president get for do. So waiting they don't embark on is bribery, coercion, intimidation, hence the Alpha Khan scenario. And we get foresee a few more. But what you want to say about the Alpha Khan, and family, this is what we need for take notice of. You can cause a dent, but how much dent you go cause? This is the point. Because yes, you don't go to the other party, so you might cause a little bit of trouble. And this time your analysis and I might be wrong and I stand to be corrected. But now how many people Alpha Khan actually able for Kego? How many people Alpha Khan really able for Kego? Because what's the logic behind it? For 4 years, nothing was done for these people. Only because they can't take somebody who belong to them and care them go on their side. And this is the reason why they're doing it, because they feel say in a warped and twisted logic that they can able for take the man, where some people and they revere and harness on a disgruntlement. And when they can't go, then people and they go follow. The question is, how many of them people and they go follow? Yes, in close relatives, then go follow. In the way get them business interest, then go follow. How many of them? The bulk is going to remain because why they belong somewhere else. And if you wanted to make a difference, what you for don't do, you for be don't do massive development for them. This is a massive region. But what you get for show for them? Or you go polish one Lily high school or one elementary school. And then when I play propaganda with them, say, look what we don't do. And you forget what you've been promised them, because the most massive of all projects, which we know say from day one wasn't going to happen, was the Lunge Bridge. And now they go on now for tell people abstractly that the Lunge Bridge will be a priority in my second administration. Really? So with people big fool self not to the word, that they try for struggle with the word. Because there's a word way past big fool. This now way, big fool cube, big fool square, 2 times or 3 times big fool. That's for it. That it will be it will be me priority. No apologies, nothing of the kind, nothing. Panting with and tell we minister go by God in power, we go play the audio, we get tell God thank you. More than internet. By God in power, we say the end of this year, we will make them. Don't know how many years don't go so. Those promises foretell you that people are not sincere. So instead of them come back to the people and find a strategy of apologizing to them and telling them about the constraints, then take with people and for granted. So whichever way, well, of course, now so be say, but we'll not say again. Yeah, we'll not say again. The same thing with the bread and butter issue. We will solve the economy in 6 months. We know that it can be difficult. It can be difficult to task. For let you in a government, it's a completely different thing from what you know in a government. When you not been in a government, you yap all over the place. Oh, this, that, and this, that, this, that. Look at the price of rice for we people them. Look, petrol price, this, that. Yeah, because you know in a government, he who feels it knows it. Now that you take the mantle of leadership, you just appear for be worse. And then suddenly you want for the people and for understand this. The reason why the people have voted out one administration and put you in power, now because you promised that you could do better than the previous administration. But lo and behold, you are just yapping. And once you've given the opportunity now 4 years, you have not changed the lives of the people. Today the people are worse off. The economic situation is so bad. And it been bad from day one, from when you begin take over. Now it just begin bad. You provide all kind explanation and use all kind methodology, all kind policy. Bank governor, he buy, he sell, he auction. I'm not making this up. These things happen. The record is there. Recently, he bribed 68 million. That also turned argument on social media because the party in minion then come for can confuse we, for can saturate we with information. We go make we forget say the power actually use the word bribed. Are bribed. Like say we fool. So you try all of that. And then the latest one now, because there are things happening in the international community, which is true, economically speaking, but the damage was already done. It's only going to get worse for we people. Now, when I want to use this, because back again with people are full, not so. When I want to use this for say the 4 years, this is what the problem was, or this is what the problem is. Really, really. But the people, honestly, we they tell them that as the time they reach near, waiting for happen is we're going to see huge set of bribery on a raw scale. But let me go back to Alpha Khan quickly. So one of the issues there what we understand Alpha Khan say is he disgruntled because in good friend where he sing for him. I mean the records are there. I can play one of the video for una now. Now in come and say people have been accused of Nescoma of wanting to go a third term and they fidget the constitution and manipulate the party people. And as Kowoma say, no, he's not interested in a third term. There were people who believed that, but in the Alpha Khan, who was so close to in closest friend, Anes Koroma, came out and he said, no, that man, me self go tell him. Me self Alpha Khan go tell him. The man say, but Alpha Khan, but you are not bringing that kind of story there to me. I'm not interested. I don't do 2 terms, now I want partner and go see and enjoy become picking there and me picking and surful. Bio a harbor gorge, and that gorge and I say they use now. But the question here is Fambulem. If he left, he go SLPP. Of course, he don't left, he don't go SLPP, and he get a lucrative appointment for the North. But we know waiting there beyond that. Then I go cause trouble for the party we been belong to. But does this achieve his objective? We make it vex he come on at the APC. Waiting and not being here at the APC. How he accumulate some of his wealth them. Now whose party we accumulate them for? If not to hypocrisy and greed, make you go there because you're not going to become a flag bearer. Except people want to be minister, but the minister is not even the thing. Does he have something that he want to protect? Is it the businesses? Is it the houses? Is it the homes? Now then they tell we say he pay, but then get used for them. So then compromise a bigger picture where now the COI we put all them people there the name inside. All them people there, the people that we serve under Anescoma, MDAs from 2007 to 2018 when they lost power. And Alpha Khan, if you put the deck of cards, if you know to, of course, Anescoma, now the ace of spade, but then you get the jack and the queen and the king and the queen. Alpha Khan, they certainly not that ranking there. Certainly he is there. But see what happened? He's defected to the party. A party where he's not going to get waiting in the tell we say defect for, we make we think say, well, it has to be something else. It has to be something else for protecting personal interest. Now, in they go back to the people and they go sing to the people because the people are fool. Just come, you play your bad business, and then they follow you. But Fambulem, una watch the crowd. The other day, he holla because while they speak, first the way they speak, all man quiet. They want to listen to what they say. Una watch one of the videos. This time they speak, there was a lot of commotion and action they go on with the crowd. And at some point, he got so irritated, he began for holla, but una left for talk, una sit down, this, that. If you don't understand that, try for understand that now. See, Usai and the vice president, Jules Sidong, when they try for talk to the people. Even when you not see the people, you normally get for listen to the response. This is how smart you get for be. You get for listen to the response. When people are spontaneously engaged, there is not a problem in terms of reaction. So when they say something, where a speaker says something where they want to hear because they are connected with the speaker is connected with them. Their reaction is natural. Then they clap together, then they grab together. Then, sometimes it can be programmed, but even the program one, because you didn't notice it, there are people within the crowd, and these people can be planted within the crowd for lead the crowd. When they talk, hey, if other people they make up, then begin the next one clap, before you go know, everybody they clap. But it's not even working. It's not even working with the crowd. Fambula, I wonder when I pay attention to what they say. Go back and go watch it and tape it, and then you go see them clearly. So something is definitely wrong. And I believe, say, yes, he go with fumble and people that we get in business interest and go along with them. But how many thousands he go carry? How many thousands he go carry? But the indiscipline, the unprincipled, but a man, yeah, when myself be admire very much because he's a very clever man. Still very clever, but they talk about principles and being clever and integrity. Now you dey go dance na the other, you go dance na the other side. See on the radio the other day, President Biore win. But of course, what else do you expect Alpha Khan for say the president? After they not make you minister, and these few months we left, 10 months, 12 months, you will make many thousands again, where you don't need over. At least your business interests are running, your properties are all safe. They say Alpha can be don't pay. But what you be don't pay? Is this thing some secret? I thought it was a people's thing. That the people were cheated, were stolen from, and therefore would they take this money then back in an open process. We see them. We pay hundreds of thousands of millions of leones for bring people then from abroad, judges, because we never trusted our own judges. They were compromised. So bring people then from abroad. And we make them public, and the public became really engrossed in the issue. It's like, wow, then guy they had a main business. This thief business only gone for too long, but finally it for end. But well, but we know we'll talk about again when you not self know waiting they happen now, waiting happen. Now also Auditor General report for come out. In fact, 2 reports come out prior to this one. The first one, in fact, 4. The first one was a joint one between the outgoing government and the incoming government. So there were argument. There was so much corruption inside that one day. But there was argument. Oh, the balance, we left or this money, the calculation. Now waiting a man they try they been do until then they under quarter deck now, and we look at them and waiting and do. Now so that first one that I say, okay. Until we know the one and they for thief IMP business. Now we move on to the year one. The first one ever owned, which is 2018, directly owned by the SLPP stroke Paupa government. Where them butcher that one day. Now they tell you begin about first lady in office and how they try for circumvent the Finance Act laws of the country, the prudence or principles of financial management of the country, then circumvent them and take we again for a fool, for a ride. First lady sit on a camera. And actually, then camera they ever go away if not people away get shame. A scintilla of shame. Now nobody appear and can laugh again, you're not the public or try for fool the public, but accept and take we for be exceptional fools. Oh, this now we money 22 year we walk now the United Kingdom, day and night, snow and shine, look for the money. And this now we money. She continue for Pumelda message. The Africanist press continue for pull evidence upon evidence, incontrovertible evidence, but they felt that the entity, the Africanist press, was a sideliner and then try for dirty the Africanist press by saying they get political affiliation. In fact, now red. Anybody will criticize them, they are red. In fact, they criticize for the country. So a government report called the Auditor General's report, where they come out every year, and by December they cannot publish them. We're responsible by law, the constitution of the country, and governed by the parliament of the country, come out. And all waiting Africanist press been on, they say, in name them now. Africanist press been they say, oh, this money, this person. The auditor report, income broken down, until then they audit and they go office to office and when I get for submit, whatever. Income broken down. And lo and behold, just what they say, that's exactly what in inside the paper. But this time, we know that the thief people, they would have thief. So there was no way for them to deny, but then change the argument for say, even the Auditor General compromised a woman who over 12 years, it changed that Lily department day. One small Lily department will be in the inside finance ministry. We get one Lily section, I think about 3 or 4 desks for the audit one country money. A pull and commodity, it make them an entity of its own. We became reputable both domestically and internationally. This government come and trash the woman and trash a department will be only known as an independent body. One of the last bastion of independence we left in the country. Then trash them. They say, now lie, now this, that. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? the international community get great credence in them. But let's forget about that. The woman been doing work prior to you coming to power. You use in reports the way been a pool. By the time she wasn't red, others could have said maybe she was green. Now it make it been do what he been do because she was hitting the ruling party, which was the APC, and trash them and accuse them of Ebola fund. And you use them reports the day and read them to the Sierra Leonean people. This is the disingenuity, the unprincipled, the uncouth behavior of people, and we call themselves Sierra Leoneans. We are find difficult while the bulk majority of we people and they suffer. That I find them so reprehensible, so abhorrent that sometimes me emotion it can show out live on programs because I'm deeply hurt by people the way they deceive the vast majority of the people just for enrich themselves by their selfish motives. I'm deeply hurt. And I do not mind my emotions coming out. You need for just tell me whether what he was saying was it true or not. And I believe that what I'm saying because I'm making references. The Auditor General then bastardized the woman and they're using reports. Now, then come and can't do worse. How did they do worse? Because of the same report. We see the kind of money the way they're missing now. It passed the money the way be missing today. And Fambulem, una take note. The money that we've been missing today, they fell far short over a longer period of time when you compare them to with current administration over a shorter period of time and the amount of money we don't missing. Isn't this telling? Yeah. Isn't this telling, Fambulem? And for over the last 3 Auditor General reports, we see the thing just the amount, the missing money, it just the amount from 100 billion to 123 billion to 153 billion. And this also all the money then encounter because some side and not even submit the report because the report will have to be given out. Some side and still they manipulate and calculate. And inside this report, this last one, fiscal year 2020, for the first time in the history of the country, as corrupt as it seemed to have taken a different turn. For the first time in the history of the country, the history of corruption seemed to have taken a different turn, which shows that there are people who because now the only way you can interpret this, there are people who are so desperate for defraud government that then go to great length without shame, no dignity, no pride, and compromise the presidency, the supposedly fountain of honor, and take money and bring false receipt. Now we first and now we hear that as much as we know say we country corrupt, but this is on an epic scale. That for the first time we hear say false receipt was introduced. President traveled from January to December. Only in September they submitted all the receipts, which amounted to over 3 billion to 4 billion leones. 3 to 4 billion leones submitted just in September alone for all land travel. If you understand what I mean. The receipt, if the president traveled January, lodged in a hotel and in flight plan and in flight plane and what have you, say the receipts will all reflect the time. This is it, it's simple. But in a hurry and the way out and they operate sometimes with cash, we don't know that. Then a physical cash line and they carry just like mafias. Just go to a central bank, demand the money, then give them the money, put them inside because if you go through documentation, then you get for provide receipt because when you've been going to Sheraton Hotel or the Hilton or whatever hotel, now Washington DC or Paris or Geneva, the receipts they indicate what you spend when you book in. All of that is there. Now the same people that one can introduce GST. Then when people then cry foul, then they want to say, oh, the same people them. Them people are in Olex alone. But you get a leadership who is at the head of corruption. Then now you want to blame people them because people they're not certain. You didn't do education enough. And based on waiting the people that know about the people that one can bring this 15% GST. The people that say, but no, but I can't teach you some more, let we understand, but let we get a social contract. Because that social contract, it don't last for quite a while. So back to the office of the First Lady, deny, evidence upon evidence, Auditor General reports come out, bam, First Lady guilty. Guilty. Maria Briwa, he say, bam, then are the former US ambassador. He say, Bo Francis, then are Francis Bekavala. But yeah, you need to look into this. You can't just dey look upon you other people them. Now make people and they say it's witch hunt. You're witch hunting a certain segment. And family another thing, because we are speaking truth to power now. When I need for revisit the it's the COI report. Yes. The GTT report, not COI, the GTT report will culminate or set into motion all the other instruments then will come after. Then are the GTT report where the president asked for stock taking of the previous government. If we look inside them, we go actually see tribalism inside them, regionalism inside them. Again, I challenge you now. Don't say I'm stocking up tribalism and regionalism where you know they go check the report because I give you reference. I'm not just making an outdated or outblown, story. No, go and watch the report. Go and read them, and you see exactly what they talk. So all of what happened eventually, it seemed like it been one side, and the reason why I bring this come up because then that's exactly what the ACC boss been they do. They go and they begin for look for low hanging fruits. We see where you catch teacher them. And not catch the big one them and go disgrace them as such. Now teacher them. Now you go catch. And apply something medieval, archaic, we shock the conscience of the people in the international community and the whole teaching establishment, not only in Sierra Leone, but outside of Sierra Leone. It's like, my goodness, what is this? People were so put off, by that kind thing the way Ben Kaifala do, that the word reached the president and the president apologized in behalf. And this is not the earlier part, where been the indicator with the direction that this entire thing was going. The president apologized in behalf of in ACC boss because that method the way Francis apply, it been so cruel. Maybe Francis be made good. Maybe be one begin set example with them, say anybody will make with me, this is exactly what I'm going to do. But I think it started with the wrong people because had he started with politicians, people of stature, not noble teachers, where you not pay them and they 6 months, 9 months and not eat, not endorsing corruption in any way. I'm against corruption. But you need some things then for put into place before you they apply them methodology then they. So for example, if I don't pay policeman well, okay, and in police salary able for meet up with the basic amenities of life, able pay us rent, able buy bag rest, able put plasas na in house and live like a human being. See after in picking able buy clothes for them and feed them and send them to school to and fro. Then you turn around and go take bribery, then you can throw the book at them. You can even decide for be cruel. You don't even need for get conscience because the policeman ain't not get conscience. But you pay him far less money. That as he buy one bag reso and give him worth plus money we not even do. Salary for the month is over. It's over with. And waiting at the first thing of preservation, life. You get for preserve life. And you get for fend away. Animal and animal kingdom, they do that. Survival instincts they kick in. And every day, and then it become a perfect state now for you. That every day, this is how you live by. Who's responsible? Government. So you get for apply them things then they now it make the fight against corruption not to one time. You get facets where you get for apply. Yes, you can be crude to certain people, them especially the political class, but because you belong to the political class, so you kind of demand fences and they play games. So it's either a political witch hunt or a compromise arm twist, a little bit of payment day, or cajole people and for come over in the Alpha Khan scenario, and that is it. So there's no sincerity, and people and just need to understand this. This is where we are, Fambulem. And this is going to be around for a long time. Because when the other people then take over eventually, this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be soft with other people them. They're going to take some money there from other people them. And then they're going to carry out the same thing, thief themselves and enrich themselves because some money in pockets don't go low right now. All the effect for now, all this noise where some of them they make, now I can put money back in their pocket at the expense of you. This is why the choices that you make, again, for be correct. Because then they come again. Then they come soon. They don't begin already. Just at this time, now one side now you see, because the other side still struggle in a court. The president and the party, they are campaigning. Where the wife go to McKinney negotiate pad. Because this now your own mojo. Now campaign I depend campaign. When the president go down Swazi, where the place been born many months ago, where you go give them money, finally settle with them. Now free tongue they try forget. That's campaign. Where the president go Cambia, where he nominate Alpha Khan or we appoint him as regional minister Northeast. Now campaign. Because you get forget you man them now them points and they will go they do the work them for you because you cannot be at every place at every time. You're not God for goodness sake. But Fambulem, I need for end this program. But very interesting that una get foresee more of this because we'll be speaking truth to power. And when we speak on this platform, we speak only and only in behalf of the Sierra Leonean people. This is what drives us. This is what motivates us. This is the new equation. Engaging the truth. Speaking today, yesterday. That's what we do here. And nothing but for the people. So help us, God. In behalf of the channel, then in our media empire platform, where we know as TNTV, and in fact, I'll say this at the end of the program. TNNTV, what thing we do now is the media empire, now the parent company. We want to let Fambule understand this because there have been a lot of people who's been with us for a long time now, and want to let them know TNT Media Empire, now the parent company, we embody many of the things the way we did do, but some of it you don't see, and many of the things the way we aspire for do. Many of the things then that we aspire for do. Okay. So we separate that. So this entity what they deal with as such will only be known as the TNTV Empire. We will take away the Empire name come out. So it only remain TNT TV. If you see the media empire, it's still us. Because now the same name, it mean then and now. We just shorten the abbreviation. People still call it and then and now. They are not wrong. I mean, just want to spell that out to Fambulem. So Fambulem, we don't come to the end of another broadcast, heavy broadcast, as you can think. We dey look for people always be talk about relationship. So if you are interested and you know, say you can do a very good job with that, get in touch with us. The information they right now you screen. You can call we on 07740107250. And not forget if you dey call from outside, please not forget for put the country code. I live in the United Kingdom, or me and the other senior man live in the United Kingdom, so +44. Or you can email us on thenandnow.community@gmail.com. I repeat, thenandnow.community@gmail.com. So we dey look for people and we go want to talk about health, for example, just general health. You don't have to be a specialist in some cancer program or some other program. No, just general health. Tell people and basic about blood pressure, cholesterol level, waiting for look for basic symptoms when they appear, waiting for due, things like that. Yeah. We also dey look for legal minds. We go advise with people on the basis of legality. If not the UK are you there, we go really appreciate that because we people when they talk about general Sierra Leonean community, we know very well what they go through legal things. We definitely need people of legal mind for help with many things. Sometimes now we're picking and can expel from school, and sometimes the process not can be correct because the action taken waiting need for lead up to that, or waiting a need for apply towards leading to that, they don't apply it. It depends on your background. Sometimes a housing problem, there are procedures around the housing. But if you don't know the right letter for right, you will either be a victim if you already didn't have the system, or you will be a victim if you try for enter the system. So try and contact us if you get a legal mind, and we get a platform here for you. Okay. And I think this is it. I think we've come to the end of the program. So, well, not forget, we still look for them people and they. And ladies and gentlemen, every good thing must come to an end. It's obvious. Everything that goes up must come down. Every living thing must perish. Every existence has got an expiration date. In other words, everything that lives must expire. Everything that exists must expire. Every entity must expire. We need for learn how to build up institutions them and ensure that they are empowered. We need for begin for demand of we politician them, because this is another opportunity they come, then they can't talk to we because they need we vote. Without them, without us, there is no them. Then they come. Then they come with 10,000 and 50,000 and 500,000 and one bag rice. Imagine how long you can eat one bag rice. Imagine that one bag rice, not come 30 days, 4 years. Now they come. And how long you go eat one bag rice for give people them a 5-year mandate, will not do nothing for you for 4 years. For 4 years, nothing done. But they will come again and rigmarole you and pass you and talk all kind of thing. But my people, it's up to you what you say, what you do, because your destiny is certainly dinner you earn. Your destiny certainly dinner you earn. But like I say again, I've been your host and presenter, Prince Emil Kuma. I'm glad if Una will join. I see the numbers they don't wind down, which I'm happy about. Probably I need for read few things them on the chat room. Una forgive me. I have to do this. This is a tradition here. Adama Mambu, hi. Yes, Sister Adama, hello. Sam King is just one of the miscreants of Samsumana to disrespect the executive of the party, especially Dr. Anes Baikoroma. Now, I didn't know this, and it's not like I buy into this, but I can see or have an idea now where the young man is coming from. So he belongs to the Samsumana camp, and somebody's just said that here. Good evening, Mr. Delwyn Thomas. How are you, brother? All the way from North Ireland, somewhere in Ireland, Bangor. Ibrahim Samora, okay, no sound. I'm sorry, Mr. Samora. Martha Bangura is watching. Delwyn Thomas, shame. I was looking forward to the program. Exactly. And we prepared for this. And the young man, anyway, I've said it all. Sila Bangali, honestly, it's not the fault of Sam King, Mr. Moderator, not the government. Now the government not make the network service poor for the people of Mama Salon. Government, you take trouble, try and do better. So people are not going to accuse you of them kind of thing there. You're damn right, Sila Bangali. Now the government in responsibility, if they may not provide a solid internet, and this is not something we'll forget to, we supposed to forget one of the best internet in the region. The best internet when I research cables had been bought and they've been begin for lay them. Una check them up. I'll leave that to another time. Junior Cabo, where are your siblings? As we like to know them apart from you. Okay, yeah, I think they refer to the sons and daughters of APC. Dauda Cabo, Sam Sumana, your boss from C4C. You are talking of APC for life, ironically. Okay, Ibrahim Samura, the problem is not the problem is the network. Mr. Cabo, you cannot even get a good network as the biggest opportunity is coming to an end. Andrew Kamara, I think this is a so-called party picking. Is just playing up in the network because he has nothing coherent to say about his nonsensical audios and videos when put to the spotlight. Okay, Mr. Kamara. Mr. Kamara seems like a first-timer. And I just want to say something to that. And sorry, I get a bit of a hiccup. Now that make Ubran come because some people and they want dismiss people because they say, well, then videos or audios are incoherent. But certainly they get people when they listen to them. So therefore, you can find for can bring and come. And this is exactly what I intended doing today. No, sorry, you are not getting me glass now. So yes, I think you are kind of right. Unfortunately, I think to some extent the network doing well because I be really can't grill them all on your audio then way it make. Junior, you for don't go to your boss Sam Sumana in house forget better connection. Indeed, most difficult interview as he is ill prepared, not knowing where he is. Exactly. I mean, it was a little bit frustrating for me. I've never gone through an interview like that where you kick out somebody because then try 1 or 2, 3 times, and then you get for bring and come back and they keep the come because he keep coming, but he keep having the same problem. If you know you haven't resolved the problem, then stop keep coming. You know. Good night to all. Okay. Good night, sir. Let me see what this one says here. Yeah. Good night to all. Okay. Good night, sir. Okay, when I know saying a 2 platform with the operate from. Joseph Koroma, please bring in Mr. Emmanuel Ali again as he has an explanation of the status quo in Sierra Leone. Yes, Mr. Koroma. I go try for get in touch with Mr. Ali. He's been on this platform, I think, 3 different times. And we definitely need for Brian come as he's a friend to the platform. He may likely come back and we'll give him an opportunity for like can explain to we. And the SLPP people need for can make use of the platform for explain to the Sierra Leonean people waiting at the message when they bring can to them. You can't just be going to one channel which is kind of friendly to you, but you don't want to come to a critical channel. So I think say the problem is in I think say this is it, Fambulem. And like I say again, every good thing must come to an end. I tell Una thank you for Una watch the program tonight. Una do let Una forget. I want let Una shape this let Una shape. What we think it happened with the numbers lately is because it's divided. We broadcast simultaneously now YouTube and Facebook. So on YouTube we go up to 100 and I think it stopped to 87, 82. It begin they play up for quite a while on that number day. And if we are not being a monitor from YouTube, Facebook, because the YouTube own picture can be very, very clear. But I just go to gist, I think we'll be about 22 or 32. So altogether, 150 people will get not really bad. So please share. And those of you where they watch now YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. It's not about money. We're not even advertise again at the platform. It's about growing the network and try for use the emoticon then for express your feeling, how you feel about the channel. Feel free for criticize, but when they criticize constructively, let it make sense because we get other people that way they read and we even get international listeners them. We know they participate now make I can flow in between English and Creole because sometimes they can watch we so that we don't just leave them aside. But in behalf of the TNN TV, Mina Prince Kuma, they say welcome. Goodbye to the show. And I go see you again on Sunday, where we come with the issue on Ukraine with Ibari, and we also they look for we get few people that we don't turn answers to we. In terms of people that we more pro-West, we one can defend the West on the issue now Ukraine and Russia, but we still open with a look for people they scrutinize just like an interview. They look for top people that we sabi master sabi people them on the facts. Okay, we already get a pro-Russian. I don't want to call them pro-Russian, but very objective in the sense, and that objectivity they mean say it's sort of sideline with Russia, and we need somebody from the West. But back again, I think this is it. I think I've gone way overboard 22:51. Night, everyone. Thank